Hello, everybody. Today we're going to talk about a short film that me and Nate recently shot titled I'm Not a Robot, and I'm going to break down the technical aspects of the cinematography of it. So we're going to break down a couple things. First thing is going to be the camera and the lenses that we chose to shoot this project on. Second thing is going to be I'm going to run through in-depth lighting breakdown of how we shot everything basically. And third thing is just going to be kind of motivation for why we shot some things some way and some things another way. I hope you learned something today. Come along for the ride with me. Should be fun. Also, big shout out to Kai Shorsnowski. He was our gaffer during this whole shoot, and he absolutely killed it with making sure the setups were dialed in, ideas, getting everything just to the nines. So we're super stoked that we could work with him on this project. Talking tech specs. We shot it on the red Komodo with some Zeiss Contax lenses. These were old-ass lenses that were rehoused into these nice metal bodies. So switching them, it was super nice on the PL mount. Just clip right in, matte box, focus gears, everything like that. And the Komodo, we wanted to shoot it on this just because we wanted a little extra dimension. As much as I'm a Blackmagic guy, I know the Komodos and the Reds, you can get a little bit extra, almost 3D quality out of the footage sometimes. What really made this shoot look so good is the negative fill that we got. So we got the two 48 by 48 inch floppies. And so, we fold those out. That's 8 feet of negative fill that you can kind of adjust around the room. And then we had some grid cloth diffusion from a local rental house. As we get into the technical breakdown of things, I would recommend watching the film if you are at a computer and can open it up in a new tab. If you're on your phone, no worries, just watch this breakdown. But we create this so you can experience it in the way that we want you to experience it, which is, in full, not with my voice talking over it and everything. And so I'd appreciate it if you go in the description and check out the film there. But if you just want to see how we lit it and everything, then keep on watching, because here we go. So this is our opening shot. We're on a 12-foot Dana Dolly. I'm just operating by hand. Obviously it's front lit, but it was just the way we had to shoot with the way the day was there. And let's go right into this first shot here. This is Tom, just bounce right over here, nothing crazy. And then this one, we have about a $20 reflector from Best Buy. And then I just have I think I had Tom, our actor, holding up my coat, my black coat for the day, just to add some dimension to her face, because you can see before we did that, it was pretty harsh. All right, so next we have this tea sipping shot where Tom is drinking some peppermint tea and just relaxing. And so first thing here I want you to notice, we got white, dark, a little bit lighter, dark, light. When the tea's up here, dark, light, dark, just a bunch of different levels of light here. And I thought that's why I love this image so much, is it's a simple shot, but it's got, quite a bit. His eyes are lit up and everything. And so this was basically a nova coming through these lights over here, and we had some shears on this window. And then we had another window right in front of his face even more. And that one was having a spotlight. I can't actually remember. Yeah. This was another interesting shot. We just needed to raise his levels on his face a tiny bit because we weren't getting enough. And so what we did was we actually ended up putting the Intellitech light cloth, boom, right over here with the A grade on it, and it was just pushing in kind of off the wall down here. That's why it's a little bit brighter up here than, rest of this area here. All right, so let's talk about these shots where Paul is sitting down. So lighting his face with the key light over here. We have a big window over here, but to kind of enunciate that, when we were shooting this, we wanted to make it look like elevated reality, basically. We have a 300D pushing some light through a 6x6 full grid cloth diffusion. And so, we lost a little bit of light output by using the full grid cloth, but I thought it made it a little bit softer right here and right here and right here. And so I thought that was nice. And then other than that, we just had some big negative fill right directly to the left of camera. And then there's a shot by Paul Myers, this incredible DP that was sticking in my mind as we were shooting this. And it's like, I'll see if I can find a picture of it, but what I remember clearly from it was like a warm kind of back glow on it. And I thought this was kind of a perfect opportunity to do it because we had a cool background up here. We had a lamp that was slightly out of frame that had a warm light in it. And so we motivated the light right here on his ear by that lamp using the Intellitech light cloth with the eggshell on it. And so we just did that. That gave some light right here. And I thought it gave, we could obviously extra pronounce this in the grade, but just that warmth versus that cool, I thought it was kind of a cool look. So these were the sitting down shots. Here in this shot right up here, you can actually see a little bit more of the warmth right back there, and then kind of that nice, not too harsh but not too soft roll off on the face. Thought it gave some nice dimension, especially with his beautiful acting of hunching his eyebrows a little bit. And so let's get into it. Filming a computer screen is what it is. Eyes are closing, boom, eyes open, and now we're in the void. I added some blue to that in color in post just to make it pop a tiny bit more. And then looking at this, we just had him basically in a triangle V shape. So over here, we had a $10 sheet of diffusion that I got from Amazon, and then the $50 5-in-1 that I got from Best Buy. I was just pushing a Nova through that at 6900 Kelvin. And it was at 6900 because I wanted the skin tones to be a little bit cooler on his face than the rest of it. So I think this back one was at 5600 here, and we just had a Nova blasting on the back of the studio back here. And then over here we just had, let's say probably 8 foot tall, 4 feet wide of negative fill. And that was just to give some dimension. We didn't want the void to look like, Morpheus in the Matrix or anything. And if you look super closely up here, about 40 feet away through the big window at the front of the studio, there's a train station. And that's actually a train light coming in on his forehead. You can see it kind of goes away near the end of the shot right over here. Damn train light. All right, more close up to the eyes. You can kind of see the little grid in his eyes there is his eye light. And first memory time, here we go. We got these shoes at Walmart for $6. What a purchase. And next we have, okay, so this is a fun little thing we did here. The lenses we were using, the contact Zeiss lenses that I was telling you about, they have this bokeh that's kind of, hexagonal shaped. It's not just quite perfectly circle. And this first shot, we wanted to do a wide of them, but unfortunately, your boy's good at pulling focus. And so it was nice and sharp at the end here. But what we did was in DaVinci, you can actually add bokeh in post. So all of this bokeh that you're seeing right here is all been added in post. And so you get to pick how many iris blades to create that hexagonal shape and then soften it. And then, add a little bit of light to it. And then this stuff is also bokeh that has been enhanced in post. It existed before, but has been quite enhanced in post. Okay, we're dancing and we're loving it. We're having a good time. Everyone's loving each other. We have Andy and Meg, our beautiful couple here, playing young Paul and young Ellie. And the lighting setup for this was pretty damn simple. We had some practicals in the background. I think we had one small lamp down here that didn't do a damn thing. And then above we had the IntelliTech light cloth, 2 foot by 2 foot light. We had the diffusion and the egg crate on it. And that was set to, I can't even remember. Let's say 3000 Kelvin. And that was just boomed in directly over them on maybe a 6 foot, 7 foot arm, something like that. Sandbag at the end to balance it out. And yeah, that's how we're getting that super kind of harsh glow right here. And then in order to fill in their skin tones and everything right here, guess what we did? Oh, you're never going to guess. We took a Nova, we turned it up to, what did we do? Probably 3% or something. And we just kind of shined it up at the window or up at the ceiling out of frame a little bit. And that was just to fill these in because before it all looked like this area right here. It was all dark as hell. And it could have been a good look, but we wanted to see their smiles. Look at these beautiful smiles a little bit more. So yeah, we continue our dance and we keep doing our thing. And this shot, it was very dreamy. It was out of focus. So, your boy's good at pulling focus, but he had to hone back these skills a little bit right here. So that was fine. But that shit's sharp as fuck. That's how it goes. All right, we're back in the void. Same setup as before. Tom is doing some wonderful acting here. And just look at those teeth, too. He has beautiful, beautiful teeth. But I digress. A little zoom in post. Why not? Second memory, here we go. And I'm going to pause it right here because this is the widest shot we have on this memory. Candles right here, a little bit of glow, motivating. And then right above here, you can't see it, but there's one of those, old-timey lamps kind of like this with a couple light bulbs on it. And our gaffer Kai, that looks like an octopus. Hello. Our gaffer guy had this amazing idea to basically wrap it like a diaper with some half grid cloth and then put some negative fill around it. So we were basically using the practical and turned it to one of those aperture lanterns that you can modify your lights with. So that's pretty cool that he did that there. Then guess what we have over here? A Nova in here, providing some extra fill. If I was doing it again, give it a little more ambient light on his face, turn that up a little bit. But that was this shot here. That was this scene. And so it's providing this nice soft glow all around. Here we go. Got the Haagen-Dazs, yum, 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 ice cream. And we're out of focus again. We got some beautiful eye light coming from the candles right there. And Andy, just absolutely in love. It's beautiful. And again, the eye light coming from two places here. And you're going to see it in a second. So this is, she's finding, well, I'm not going to spoil it for you. 2 eye lights there. Just gives a little bit of extra life. We wanted to pump some extra life into her because she's gone now. And so it's trying to make her seem, when she was alive, she was this force of nature almost. Back in the void. Here we go. Here we go. All right, and this is the hospice scene. And I'll run through this setup really quick. We had a Nova outside pumping in through some shears over here. Our gaffer Kai put the 120D on a spotlight, shining here, and that's what's giving that cut of light right over here. And then what's giving Tom's glow, I believe, is from the Nova out here. What's giving our glow on Ellie is we had the Aperture B7C in this bulb right here, but above that we boomed in the light mat with the egg crate on and just matched it color temperature wise to this. And so that's giving that light on her face right there. All right, close-ups. Close-ups, we're lovey-dovey. We're on the 50 millimeter. Close-ups, and here we go. We don't have too much of an eye light. I don't know if that was the decision we did on purpose, but I think it worked out nicely because it was her kind of passing. This is one of her last moments, so it kind of worked out nice. Versus then we come to some memories, but then we come to my favorite shot of the whole film. Just negative fill right here. Favorite shot of the whole film is this shot right here. Ooh, mama, it's looking good because we have this one last this dying light as she's passing, and then just the textures we're getting to straight black to this and everything. I love this shot right here. It's one of my favorites. So that's what we got going there. Boom. Old memories. This one, you remember this watering plant scene? We moved in the light closer to raise the levels on his face a little bit. And here we go. We left that out of focus. Tom acting his heart out right here. Whew, man. And this is the same light setup at the very beginning. Remember where it was all cold and dreary and dark and everything? Guess what? We just raised the color temperature in post, and then I qualified his skin in DaVinci and then made a node that makes it so everything that's not his skin gets a little bit of blue, and that's why it looks so different and maybe a little bit more alive. Let's get up. Same setup. Maybe we opened up a little bit, but no, I don't think so. Same setup. Look at that glow. Open the scene, the red Komodo helping out with the dynamic range there. I don't think we could have done that on the Blackmagic. And this one, ooh, a little mistake I spy. That's looking like a chord from the 300D or something over there. But alas, just some negative fill on that guy. Negative fill over here for this. And you're going salsa dancing. Dana Dolly. This is where the riser comes in handy, is because it raises the camera 6 inches off the Dana Dolly bottom. And so when you're looking up, hey, what do you know? You don't see the rails in the shot right down here. You don't have that coming in right at the end. And I'm going to point out a mistake to you guys that we made. Sunglasses. And guess what happens next? No sunglasses. What amateurs. Boom, knock, and fin. I'm not a robot. Made these titles in Procreate. Bam, bam, bam. Mad shout out to the gaffer, Mr. Kai. He absolutely killed it with kind of knowing exactly where to put lights and make the image happen just like that. So absolute beast there. So that was that. That was the technical, the lighting, the cinematography breakdown of that in a nutshell, in a quick, I don't know how long that took, but hopefully not too long. One last thing I want to touch on really quick is just the 3 phases we kind of go through. So at the very beginning, everything is static, tripod. It's very claustrophobic. When you see him leaning in the frame, he's leaning in like this. And then it goes to memories, and those are happy, they're out of they're warmer, they're not as blue. Typical easy stuff to get by. But yeah, we shot those on, a little bit longer focal lengths just to make it seem like, oh God, I'm more in it than, okay, I'm watching. And then obviously the slow stuff, the end of the life, we chose to go for dolly with that stuff and a lot of it, and then slow motion just because it's kind of things are slowing down. And so I'm just talking to you about motivation behind why we shot things the way we shot things. And at the very end, boom, he's out of the void. Oh God, was it a dream? What was that? Why is it? And then the camera's handheld. It's shaky. It's active. You're in present day. You're in time with him anymore. You're not watching a movie. You're watching a man realize, okay, what does this all mean? And so that's why when it comes out the end, it's kind of shaky and you're kind of watching him, he's packing the letter and he's, a little bit happier. And he just goes in and he knocks on that door and he's about to go salsa dancing with neighbor Betty. Yeah, that's the cinematography breakdown here. If you have any questions at all about how we shot this or how we directed it or how we cast it or how we wrote it or anything like that, feel free to reference this video below that talks about more so of the making of and less about the technical aspects. And then also be sure to check out our podcast for Palanoy Productions, as well as if you want to see the raw BTS on how we shot this whole thing. We have like a 30-minute uncut, just, BTS. So you can see, okay, here's the setup. I want to, investigate that setup a little more. Click on that video. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye.